So I've got a few of these batteries because I've got a few of the tools that run off these. This particular one has decided it doesn't want to play ball anymore. So I'm no expert by any means on these batteries, but I am an electronic engineer and I am tight and I don't like replacing things that I might be able to fix. So I'm going to have a bash at fixing this and I'll video it so you can follow me along and maybe you can fix your own. So first thing we're going to do is unscrew it. Well, in fact, no, we're not. First thing we're going to do is check voltages across the pins, just to make sure there's nothing horrendous on there. It should only be 18 volts maximum. But just in case. Yeah, we've got 4 volts across those two. 4 volts there, no volts there. Okay, so hopefully it's not going to kill me. So we have these star drive things on here. Feels like it wants to come out, but something's stopping it. Okay. I think it's just tight in there. Yeah, it's just tight. That's it. There we go. So, as suspected, we've got a whole bunch of lithium batteries in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, it's probable one or more of those has failed. Actually got a little switch on here, look. Oh, that's for the LEDs for telling us how much charge is in there. Okay. So, how are we going to go about testing and trying to narrow down which battery may have gone? So, we've got on the PCB, it says 8 volts there and 16 volts there. Will that help us narrow it down? I think what we've got, it looks like these batteries are in a pair, a set of 4 and a set of 4. So if we compare the voltages, they should be the same as those and they should be half as much. And if we've got something vastly different, that might tell us where we've got a cell down. No, they're not. Take that back. Okay, so they're not. They're all in series. But we do have some test points, because that one says 8 volts, that one says 16. That one says 12. And that one there says 4. So, let's test across them and see what we've got. Well, that makes more sense. So, battery minus to the 8 volt. We've got 8 volts. Battery minus to the 16. We've got 16 volts. Okay. I'm afraid to say that's suggesting that the batteries are okay, isn't it? So negative, that's 4-volt one, we've got 3.9. That one we've got 12. And this is the battery out. We've got 19. So we've got 19 volts coming out of our batteries, but we've only got 4 volts on our pins. Okay, so where are our volts getting lost? Okay, to make my life easier, there's a little screw in there. I'm going to undo that one. But it would seem I've got a PCB problem rather than being a battery problem. Okay, that makes it easier to see, doesn't it? Power positive to the battery, power negative to the battery, we've only got those 4 volts. But if we go battery negative to battery positive, we've got 19 volts. So that would imply that something's gone awry onto that 0. Okay. So I will let you have a closer look with me, and I think it's become apparent. So we've got a line of components here, and we've got a telltale little bit of coloration there. And then if we go this angle, see that component, that one there, seems to have a lump in it, which I strongly suspect means that one's gone pop for some reason. Okay, so I will see if I can find what those are. They're surface mount, which makes it tricky but not impossible to change. So looking at these little chaps through my loop, I managed to find that they've got those numbers written on. So I went on RS, just expecting to put those numbers in, find the part and order it, and they don't seem to do it. So I did a more general Google search and could only find Chinese sites. So I've then gone on AliExpress, and it seems I can order them directly from China for the grand sum of £2 for 10 of them. So I think I might as well do that. You know, crikey, £2, nothing to lose. Let's see what happens. I was just about to order that IC and then noticed that came up as you might also like, and it appears to be the whole circuit board. If we have a little comparison, it appears to be the same chap, doesn't it? So for the grand sum of £9, I'm going to order one of those because that's a lot cheaper, or not cheaper, much easier than trying to change those ICs. So I should order one of those up. Okay, so we're about a week later, and Posty, well, not Posty, Mr. Every, has delivered the PCB we need. It looks, let's check. Right, so this PCB is not quite the same. Got that. Got some wires under here. So we've got the big tab there. But we've got, looks like wires. Well, that's a thermal thing. Oh, that's nice to know. It's actually got a thermal thing on the circuit. Guess that will sit in there. So it's all going to line up, but I've got to take a gamble that these are the same as those. I would say that's a fairly safe gamble to be taking. I'm going to just recheck voltages on here. It's these batteries, you do need to be careful with them. They carry a lot of power in them, and speaking from experience, I've had one explode once and it was not pretty. Right, I think we can safely go for this. I completely forgot I had a whole headlight knocking around, so I've lashed that up to discharge, and of course I can go through all of them, and we were before that fell off. We were on 5 amp, so that would discharge it. Right, we're about half hour later. The ampage dropped rapidly, and we've now got it completely unloaded. 8 volts across the whole thing. So you've got virtually nothing on the 4, virtually nothing on the 8. Okay, and if I press the little test LED, nothing's happening, so we're pretty well discharged there. So I'm going to get back on with desoldering this now that I'm fairly happy that there's not much power left inside that. So I've cut those ones that we've got leads for on the new board. There we go. So tidy up these that I've cut. Right, a new board. So we've got battery positive that end. Battery negative this end. I'm going to solder on these wires. I'm going to put that in its little hole there. Now, which way round? We know the LEDs are. The LEDs are there. That fits together like that. So LEDs down this end. Move that pad because I assume that goes opposite that bit of metal. Check, they're all tight. Right, okay, so I'm in my office at the moment and I don't want to risk this thing exploding in my office. So we're going to go off down to the garage and put it on charge and see what happens. So you get to come to my garage. Put this on charge, you might notice, on top of the bin. So I'm outside and I'm outside of the garage just in case there's an issue with this. So this is all plugged in. Let's put it in the right way around, shall we? Also got the temperature, so we don't have a flashing LED on here, so that first indication is not good, is it? I'm going to leave it on there for a while and just see what happens. Ah, it's just stopped. I was about to say good news. I think maybe it's doing a pulse charge because every now and again it's flashing a few flashes and then going off, so it could be it's trying to recover it. Fingers crossed. I think it actually might be a contact issue because when I tip it back just a touch it worked. Next morning and this is now indicating is charged. So I think maybe where I discharged those batteries probably a little bit too much. It just needed a bit of extra time for, I don't know, these do some sort of recovery charge maybe. Anyway, proof is in the pudding. Let's put it on a power tool. I've connected it to my angle grinder. Let's just see what it thinks. It thinks it's charged. Looking okay. I mean, the only way to know 100% sure is obviously run this for a little bit of time and make sure it doesn't drain quickly. So I'm just going to leave it in there for 10 minutes or so. Just make sure it doesn't drain immediately. That's been running for about 10 minutes now, so I'll turn it off and see what state the battery says it's in. About half charge, which to be honest is about right, because it's an 8 ampere hour battery. They only last about 20 minutes in that angle grinder because it really chomps through the power. So I think we can declare that fixed. That's another few quid saved.